On a rainy Tuesday morning in a quiet U.S. suburb, a frantic message appeared on Facebook. "My sister never came home last night. Please share." Alongside it was a smiling picture of 23-year-old Melissa Carter, a college student known for her love of hiking and late-night coffee runs. At first, most assumed it was just a misunderstanding, a young woman staying over with friends or losing track of time. But as hours passed, worry turned to panic. Melissa's phone was dead, her car abandoned near an empty parking lot, and her bag left behind. Something was wrong. Police opened a missing persons report, but their response seemed slow. To Melissa's friends and family, every second mattered. Yet investigators insisted they had to wait for more evidence before calling it foul play. That's when social media erupted. Melissa's classmates and friends on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok began sharing her photo. They created hashtags, #FindMelissa and #JusticeForMelissa, that went viral within hours. What started as a desperate search for shares quickly turned into something more, a grassroots investigation. Amateur sleuths began piecing together Melissa's last known steps. Some analyzed her last Instagram post, where she posed near a neon-lit diner. Others scrolled through her TikTok comments, where a mysterious account left unsettling emojis. A Reddit thread began mapping her timeline, using public camera footage, receipts, and witness tips shared online. The online community wasn't just speculating, they were actively building a case. While local police insisted they were working leads, digital detectives were uncovering disturbing patterns the authorities had overlooked. A neighbor's Ring camera caught a suspicious car circling Melissa Street the night she vanished. A TikTok live stream showed someone in the background who looked eerily like Melissa, hours after she was last seen. A private Facebook group discovered connections between Melissa and a man she had argued with online just weeks earlier. For many watching, it was chilling, like a real-life thriller playing out online, with ordinary people stepping into the role of investigators. But as the online hunt intensified, so did the danger. Some worried the crowdsourced investigation could compromise evidence or even put others at risk. Still, thousands pressed on, convinced they could solve the case faster than law enforcement. And then, just 3 days later, the internet uncovered something that changed everything. A FaceTime screenshot that no one could explain. The official investigation into the disappearance of Emily Carter began with urgency, but it quickly fell into familiar patterns. Police combed through her apartment, questioned her coworkers, and canvassed the neighborhood. Yet, to many watching online, the steps taken by law enforcement seemed limited. Officers noted the front door showed no signs of forced entry, suggesting Emily either left willingly or knew her abductor. A neighbor reported seeing her car parked outside late at night, but by morning it was gone. Inside her apartment, the only disturbance was her phone, left abandoned on the kitchen counter, screen cracked from what looked like a fall. The police issued a brief statement. "We are pursuing all leads and ask the public to remain patient while we conduct a thorough investigation." But patience wasn't exactly what the internet was known for. Within hours, online communities across Reddit, TikTok, and YouTube had already gathered fragments of Emily's digital footprint. Old Instagram photos, check-ins, and even Venmo transactions were being dissected. A Reddit thread titled #FindEmilyCarter exploded overnight, amassing thousands of followers. While police had one team of detectives on the case, the online world had an army. Some users claimed Emily had been stalked weeks before her disappearance, pointing to cryptic comments left on her photos by an account with no profile picture. Others discovered that her last activity online wasn't her Instagram story as police initially thought, but a private FaceTime call made just minutes before she vanished. The police hadn't released this detail, but internet sleuths uncovered it through indirect means. An alleged friend leaked that Emily's last call log showed an unsaved number. Theories multiplied rapidly. Was Emily catfished by someone posing as a friend online? Did she meet someone from a dating app that night? Could the mysterious FaceTime call have been the last person to see her alive? While detectives were still gathering warrants and moving through protocol, the internet had already built a timeline, mapped possible routes she could have taken, and even matched blurry security camera footage from a nearby gas station to her missing car. The public's attention shifted. Could the police actually be falling behind? And if so, could strangers behind screens really crack the case faster? As days turned into weeks, Emily Carter's disappearance was slipping dangerously close to becoming a cold case. Official updates grew scarce. The police held press conferences filled with vague promises. "We are following leads, and the investigation is ongoing." But to the public, it seemed nothing was moving. Meanwhile, the online sleuths refused to let the trail go cold. A small group of volunteers, ordinary people with extraordinary determination, organized themselves like a digital task force. One user ran a database cross-checking suspicious phone numbers. Another, a GIS student, began mapping traffic camera feeds and possible routes Emily's car could have taken. A third quietly monitored the dark web for mentions of her name. Then came the breakthrough. A TikTok user posted a short video analyzing footage from a gas station 2 miles from Emily's apartment. In the grainy clip, a silver sedan, identical to Emily's, was spotted around 2:13 a.m., the night she vanished. But here was the detail that changed everything. The passenger side door opened, and a man's silhouette briefly stepped out. Police had reviewed the same footage but dismissed it as inconclusive. The internet disagreed. Reddit threads blew up with slowed-down versions, freeze frames, and side-by-side comparisons. Within hours, one sharp-eyed sleuth matched the silhouette's clothing, a distinct hoodie with a sports logo, to an image on a local bar's Facebook page. The man had been photographed in the background of a post made just a week earlier. The community swarmed, pulling his tagged connections, LinkedIn history, and even old YouTube comments. Soon, a name surfaced: Daniel Rowe, a part-time bartender with a troubling past, restraining orders, rumors of stalking, and a deleted Instagram account that, according to archives, had once followed Emily. The discovery spread so fast that local news outlets picked it up, framing it as a citizen-led investigation gaining traction. Under pressure, police had no choice but to confirm they were looking into this new lead. For Emily's family, it was bittersweet. Relief that strangers had reignited attention, but also frustration. Why had the police missed what the internet uncovered in days? The line between citizen and investigator was blurring. And for the first time, the possibility became real. Maybe these online detectives would actually solve the case before the professionals did. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. The digital search had now taken on a life of its own. What started as a scattered group of strangers on Reddit, Twitter, and Facebook had become a coordinated investigation. Threads ran like digital case files, timelines, maps, alibis, cross-reference screenshots, and even phone records dug up through open-source data. The case that local police called ongoing with no updates was now unraveling, piece by piece, in the hands of online detectives. One user found a blurred figure in a security camera still frame released by the news. The police had dismissed it as inconclusive. But within hours, sleuths sharpened it using open-source image tools, identifying distinctive clothing. A hoodie sold only at a local sports store. Others cross-checked store purchase logs posted on Facebook groups, eventually linking the hoodie to one suspect who had posted a picture of himself wearing it weeks earlier. While detectives were tied down by warrants and red tape, online sleuths were free from bureaucratic chains. They didn't need court approval to scour social feeds or run reverse image searches. The speed and accuracy of their work was unsettling because, for the first time, the suspects themselves were realizing they weren't just being hunted by police. They were being tracked by the entire internet. The breakthrough came when one sleuth traced a burner phone number, used to contact the victim before her disappearance, to an old Craigslist posting. The account was linked to an email. That email connected to the very man the sleuths had been circling for weeks. The community exploded with theories, screenshots, and proof. Hashtags about the case began trending nationwide. Journalists picked it up. Suddenly, the world was watching, not the police investigation, but the online manhunt. Pressure mounted. The police, who had remained silent for months, now had to act. With the internet drawing closer to identifying the suspect, authorities feared someone would take justice into their own hands. But behind the scenes, detectives also knew something chilling. The sleuths had not only been right, They had uncovered evidence the police hadn't even considered. The suspect's world was shrinking fast. Every post, every deleted photo, every forgotten trace online was now a breadcrumb leading straight to him. But what the sleuths didn't know was that they weren't just observing him anymore. He was observing them back, watching their posts, tracking the very people who were exposing him. The hunters had become the hunted. The final days of the investigation brought everything crashing down. After weeks of relentless work, the online sleuths pieced together what seemed like undeniable proof. The mysterious suspect they had been chasing, the man whose blurred face had been captured in a shadowy photograph near the crime scene, was finally identified. It wasn't a stranger. It was someone the police had quietly dismissed early in the investigation. Social media exploded when the sleuths released their findings. Forums lit up with side-by-side comparisons. Security camera stills, timestamps, and even background sounds captured in videos that lined up with police radio chatter from that night. The evidence was damning, and it left the public stunned. The sleuths had done what the police couldn't or wouldn't, but the revelation came with a heavy price. The suspect, aware of the online storm surrounding his name, attempted to flee town. His face, once hidden in grainy footage, was now plastered across every platform, from TikTok to Reddit. Pressure mounted on the police to act, not because of their own investigation, but because the internet demanded it. Finally, under public scrutiny, law enforcement had no choice. The suspect was arrested. And yet, the credit didn't go to the tireless online investigators who had sacrificed sleep, privacy, and in some cases their own safety to solve the case. The police held the press conference. They stood behind the podium, announcing the arrest as though their work had cracked the mystery. The online sleuths watched, frustrated and silenced, knowing the truth. This wasn't a police victory. It was theirs. And while the world debated whether internet detectives had overstepped, or whether they had simply done what was necessary, one fact remained chilling. If the sleuths hadn't chased the shadows, the killer would still be free. As the trial began, the accused faced justice. But the story had already taken on a life of its own, becoming more than a crime. It was now a battle between the power of ordinary people and the authority of the system meant to protect them. And in that battle, one question echoed louder than all others. When the truth hides in plain sight, who do we trust to uncover it? The police or us? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell.